Jamie Costello, and just think, the neighbor that has his snow shovel out on the 5th of July on the front porch never took it in. They're ahead of the game right now. Snow's on the way.
I think you're going to need that.
Meteorologist Patrick P. When's it start? When's it stop?
It starts tomorrow. I think it starts to move in around lunchtime, and unfortunately, we're going to see at least some forms of wintry precip mixed in with rain and snow throughout the evening hours into the start of your Thursday. So soak up the dry time right now. You can see that energy to the south and west, and it doesn't look impressive right now, but it's supposed to increase in intensity, and it's going to gain some of that moisture as it does, and that's going to bring a whirlwind our way. You can see cooler temperatures already in place along the north and eastern seaboard. 36 degrees right now in Raleigh, 37 in Baltimore, 30 right now in Boston. That cold air is only going to continue to build into our region tonight. And I think before it's all over, we're tumbling into the 20s as we get past the midnight hour. Clouds will be building and temperatures falling. It's going to be cold, waking up to numbers near 27 degrees here in the city of Baltimore, 31 in Essex, 26 in Chestertown, low 30s in Stevensville and Annapolis. And then, of course, the big event. We're looking at a winter storm moving into the region. National Weather Service already has a winter storm warning in effect for areas north and west of the city. That's going to include northern Baltimore and Harford counties, stretching all the way towards Polk Island and Thurmont, and then the rest of us under a winter weather advisory because we could see some wintry mix. I'm going to break down those latest totals and when all this energy starts to shift out coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Baltimore's ready. Today, Mayor Brandon Scott gave an update on plans to clear the streets, and he says the city has more than 15,000 tons of salt, 294 pieces of equipment, and more than 300 pieces of contractor equipment ready to go. And new this year, a virtual command center for snow operations. And with the snow coming, we've already received closures for tomorrow. For the very latest closures and delays, head to our website, WMAR2news.com, and we'll also be running them at the bottom of your screen as we are right now. All right, and you'll want to make sure you download our WMAR2 News app, and that way you can stay on top of this wintry weather. All you have to do is you can watch live radar and see the forecast right there in the palm of your hand. To get it, search WMAR in the App Store.
Well, a driver who rammed a Baltimore police car is on the loose tonight. It happened just before noon at Pennsylvania Avenue and West North Avenue. Police say officers spotted a stolen vehicle and they attempted to stop it. The driver rammed the passenger side of the squad car as he tried to get away. An officer fired at the vehicle. The driver kept going. Police say that the driver has a gray beard with thinning hair, and he was in a black Toyota Camry.
All right, ignore the misinformation, and when you are allowed to, get vaccinated.
That's right. It is part of the governor and state's latest message on the vaccine rollout. WMAR2 News' Abby Isaacs is live tonight in Annapolis with some of the other big points that came from the governor's presser this afternoon. Abby?
Well, Damian Kelly, Governor Larry Hogan said yesterday was a day of hope as the first Marylanders got the COVID-19 vaccine. Now, Maryland has received over 150,000 doses of the vaccine so far, and those will be distributed to every hospital and nursing home across the state within the next 2 weeks. Now, as more doses become available, those will also go to first responders. State health officials say we'll need close to 1 million doses of the vaccine to move out of phase 1. Phase 2 includes essential workers like educators and child care providers. To help with vaccine distribution and planning, Hogan announced he's reactivating the Maryland National Guard. He warns distribution will be slow and the coming months will be difficult as cases continue to rise.
Yes, we all need to keep washing our hands, wearing masks, and physically distancing, particularly over the holidays. But help is coming. A safe and effective vaccine. When it is my time, I look forward to receiving it. We're in the home stretch. Now more than ever, let's take care of ourselves and each other.
Health officials also announced a new online dashboard to track vaccinations, as well as a PSA campaign to educate people about the safety of the vaccine, encouraging them to get it when they are eligible. Now, there's also a potential for more doses to come to Maryland by the end of the year. The Moderna vaccine will be evaluated by the FDA on Thursday, and assuming it gets approved, that will be ready for distribution next week. For now, live at the State House, Abby Isaacs, WMAR2 News.
All right, Abby, thank you. School superintendent says teachers, staff, and early child care professionals should be the first priority when essential workers get access to the vaccine. Dr. Karen Salmon says that the safety and education of our children demands immediate attention and adds that it is essential that we return to full or hybrid instructional models for the overall well-being and success of our pre-kindergarten through grade 12 students.
COVID-19 has now killed more than 5,000 Marylanders. We have seen 61 deaths in just the past 24 hours alone. And take a look at hospitalizations. They're at a record high, nearly 1,800 people in the hospital with the virus. That is up 57 in the past 24 hours. You know, one way that we can protect ourselves and each other is simple. Wear a mask. Today, the Maryland Department of Health handed out thousands of free masks at the Annapolis testing site. They were donated by D&T Industries, headquartered in Elkridge. The company makes personal protective equipment. And today's event is the latest in a series of Mask of Maryland events to encourage the use of face coverings in public places. Well, tomorrow, new COVID-19 restrictions go into effect in Anne Arundel County. At 5 p.m., indoor and outdoor dining will be suspended. Restaurants can only do curbside service or takeout. Retail stores, gyms, personal service establishments, and live casino will be limited to a 25% capacity. Religious facilities will have a maximum capacity reduced to 33%. This is set to run through January 13th.
All right, it's another stalemate on Capitol Hill. Republicans and Democrats needing to work together to prevent the government from shutting down not just the spending package, but many are continuing to look to lawmakers to pass a much-needed COVID-19 relief bill. Nadia Romero with the latest from D.C. tonight.
Another deadline looming for lawmakers to pass a bipartisan bill funding the government and possibly including COVID relief. Democrat Senator Joe Manchin spreading optimism.
We're not going home until it's done. The emergency relief package is strictly an emergency relief. It's not for long term. We have this package that gets us through the most difficult, challenging times, the first quarter of 2021.
But there are familiar sticking points. Democrats want at least $160 billion for state and local aid.
There are nurses and teachers, paramedics, police officers who are facing layoffs in municipalities, counties, and states around the country. Roughly 1.3 million have already been laid off.
Republicans want COVID-19 lawsuit protections for businesses.
People who did their best, acting in good faith, shouldn't have to face off all sorts of lawsuits from people who come and go after them.
A bipartisan group of lawmakers unveiled the text of a $908 billion compromise COVID relief plan Monday. The plan includes two bills, one for state and local aid and liability protection. The other bill includes extending jobless benefits, dollars for vaccine distribution, extending small business loans, amongst other measures. Senator Mitt Romney says he thinks Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell will bring some sort of COVID relief package to the floor for a vote this week.
There are things in there I'm not wild about. There are things in there Democrats aren't wild about. But we came together.
In Washington, Nadia Romero, WMAR-2 News.
A gruesome discovery in Harford County this morning left police searching for clues that may lead them to a killer.
WMAR-2 News' Jeff Hager has more now on that story.
A murder mystery in Edgewood after someone discovered the body of a shooting victim early Tuesday. It was just after 6 o'clock in the morning, daybreak, when someone spotted the body of a man lying in a yard in the 1400 block of Hanson Road. The victim, who has now been identified as 22-year-old Denzel Shabazz Jones of Middle River, was dead on the scene from a gunshot wound. And at this point in the investigation, police have very little to go on, but they don't believe the killer poses a threat to others in the area.
Our investigation has led us to believe this certainly was not a random act of violence. This was what we believe to be a targeted incident, yes.
If you have any information which could help investigators in this case, you're asked to call Metro Crime Stoppers at 1-866-7-LOCK-UP. Reporting in Harford County, Jeff Hager, WMAR-2 News.
So many people are struggling to make ends meet during this pandemic. What you should do before applying for an emergency loan as we continue our 12 scams of Christmas.
And we're looking at snow, wintry mix, and rain all moving into the area within 24 hours. We'll break down the timeline and the latest numbers coming up after the break.
Each week, the race travels the country, telling stories of how the day's biggest issues affect people. Join us for the race.
Toyotathon is... Oh, wait. Toyotathon is on. Come in today.
Take 0% financing from Toyota on a new 2020 Camry or 21 Corolla.
That's a wrap.
Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, I'm Jamie Kennedy. You should watch Funny You Should Ask. I'm the biggest star this show's ever gotten. Hi, Jamie.
A true comedy icon, Louis Anderson.
Funny you should ask. Take that, vegetarians.
Funny you should ask. America's comedy game show.
The holidays are upon us, and people are deciding what to buy their loved ones. Jewelry? Games? How about surprising your family with something different this year by giving them the gift of comfort? Choose ARS Rescue Rooter for that gift, and we'll give you up to $1,750 off your new heating and cooling system. A new heating and cooling system is sure to keep their toes warm and put a sparkle in their eyes this holiday. Call 888-403-0610 to schedule your appointment.
Call ARS and Rescue Rooter.
You give your time. You give your courage. You soldier through and make us proud. Which is why we are giving our employee price to you. That's the same great price we get. Because you show us who we are at our best and why we serve.
With employee pricing for all, get an average $8,594 below MSRP on the 2021 Ram 1500.
Hello, I'm William Shatner, and you may not know this about me, but years ago, I was diagnosed with a sleep disorder. And like millions of others, I was prescribed sleep equipment. Did you know sleep equipment manufacturers recommend daily cleaning? That's why I use SoClean 2. It's the perfect complement to my daily routine, and it's hassle-free. Try SoClean 2 risk-free for 30 nights and get $100 off. Call the number on your screen or go to SoClean2.com. Call now.
Congratulations, GBMC Healthcare, for earning the Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award, the nation's highest presidential award for performance excellence.
The holidays are coming, but Toyotathon's already here with great year-end deals for that special someone. Trust me, these work way better than mistletoe.
Get a 21 Highlander with Toyotathon bonus cash for up to $2,500 in total cash allowance. Toyota, let's go places.
When stuff goes wrong and you need answers.
Know where to turn. Mallory Sofaste is working for you.
Have a story idea? Email me directly, Mallory@WMAR.com.
Because if it matters to you, it's a matter for Mallory.
WMAR2 News is brought to you by 410 The Firm. That's 410 The Firm.
You're watching WMAR2 News with Jamie Costello and Kelly Swoop.
This has to be an understatement. This year has created so many hardships for so many people.
Yeah, and when some sought help in the form of a loan, they handed over their money that they had, all that they had, and they got nothing back in return. WMAR2 News, Mallory Sofaste counts down the 12 scams of Christmas.
Con artists are preying on desperate and vulnerable people. They set up sites advertising quick and instant loans, then make up reasons for why applicants need to send money first. For Jessica Murphy, this year has been hard for many reasons.
I had cervical cancer and I had to have surgery, and for months I was not making any money.
She fell behind on her bills. Her credit score dropped, so she took the advice of her friends and sought out a loan company.
I filled out a form online, just, basic information like my name and my email and phone number, and they called me.
A guy named Mike said she'd been approved, but she first needed to send money for insurance.
I tried to explain to this man, I have no money. All the money that I have is what I'm sending you so that I can get a bigger loan to pay my bills because I'm about to have surgery. I'm a single mother of 2.
Mike assured her as soon as he got the money, she'd receive a $3,000 loan.
He asked me yet again for a third payment. And that's when I was like, absolutely not. I was like, not only did I already send you all the money that I have to my name, but, I know you're this is a scam.
In all, she lost $700.
And were you able to get any of it back?
No, not a dime.
We've definitely seen an uptick of these.
Angie Barnett with the Better Business Bureau said it is illegal for any company to promise a loan and require payment before delivering.
They do it under the name of COVID. They tell you you are now eligible. And all you have to do is provide money for processing fees, money for attorneys. And people are actually sending their last few dollars to these scams.
Scams that are strategically designed to bait people who need money the most.
You were in your web browser and you put in the word loan. You are looking for help. That's where they're catching us.
Jess has finally received her unemployment benefits and she's paying down her debt, but she wants to warn anyone else in a similar situation.
I know just how desperate I was feeling at the time, and this man, he seemed so sweet and genuine, but I mean, these scammers, that's their life. That's what they do, is they, come off as real, kind people who are real companies, and they're just not.
And not only are they taking your money, they're stealing personal information that legitimate lenders might ask, like your social security number and bank account information. Before choosing any lender, make sure they're registered in the state, have a good reputation, and thoroughly research their website. With your 12 Scams of Christmas, I'm Mallory Safaste.
And tomorrow, time's running out to order your gifts online, but don't forget to double-click the URL of the website that you're shopping on. WMAR2 News' Mallory Safaste will show you how easy it is for scammers to rip off real websites. All right, authorities on the federal and state levels say that they are cracking down on a spike in scams that we've seen throughout the pandemic. Federal regulators are now calling it Operation Income Illusion. The crackdown will last a year, aimed to stop the scammers that stole an estimated $1 billion from us just this year alone. The FTC says one of the most popular scams this year, those pyramid schemes with so many people out of work.
This year has brought a lot of changes for everyone, but there is a chance that those changes could translate to savings in your insurance. Bankrate is encouraging people with home and car insurance to take a fresh look at their policies. The way insurance companies look at lifestyle changes may be different, so it's worth checking into. For example, if you added safety features to your home, or quite frankly, a lot of us are driving less. Exciting news for Morgan State University. The school has received its largest single private donation ever. A $40 million gift from philanthropist author Mackenzie Scott. Morgan State University says the majority of the money will go to the newly established Leading the World Endowment Fund. It'll also be used to advance research and support other efforts.
And now from WMAR 2 News, Maryland's most accurate forecast.
With all this snow in the forecast, I thought it would be a good idea to maybe take a look back in time at some of Baltimore's last big snows. And not to look too far back, 2019, we saw two good thumpings of snow where we picked up 4.5 inches or more back in February and January. And then we go back to 2018 where we pick up somewhere in the middle of those two. And then back on January 23rd, 2016, I wasn't here for that one. But 25 inches of snow seems like that was probably quite the ditch of snow. The good news, I don't think we're going to see any of that here in the city of Baltimore, maybe further north and west heading into Pennsylvania. But this is going to be the maker of our next event. This is our winter storm in the making moving through Texas. It's going to glide across the country while we're seeing cold air. Thanks to a Canadian high pressure pushing to the region, the combination of the two with all of that moisture is going to equal some snow. Right now, tracking some snow moving through Oklahoma into portions of Missouri stretching north and eastward. Closer to home, things are much quieter. Can't find any precip on the map, but that will change. Here's a look at how the system will set up by tomorrow. And we're going to see a whole lot of things happening at one time. We know that we're going to get lots of snow on the northern side, especially heading into places like West Virginia, western Maryland, and even into Pennsylvania, some of that snow being heavy. But we're going to be in that mixing zone where we're going to see snow, and then we think it's going to transition to sleet. Folks down in Annapolis and in portions of Anne Arundel County going to get some rain, and then we're going to see some of that switch back over to a mix and some snow on the back end as it's exiting. It's going to be a winter wintry mess. And that's the reason why the National Weather Service has us under several different alerts. First, that winter storm warning highlighted for the northwestern half of the viewing area. That's going on from 7 a.m. tomorrow through Thursday morning at 4. And then we have this winter weather advisory. In this area, especially this winter weather advisory area, is where we think we're going to get some of that mix in. And that means sleet, snow, a little bit of ice, and rain. And speaking of rain, we also have a flash flood watch that's in effect, or at least a flood watch that's in effect until 7 a.m. Thursday morning as this system is pushing through. So lots of moving parts. We're dry to start off the morning, clouds building, and then we start to see some of that snow trickling in, especially areas west and along 95 at around noon. More of that energy filters in, but notice we start to see a little bit of mix starting to spread in. And we've been seeing evidence of this for the last couple of days, some of this pushing into the city. That's going to have a big impact on what we eventually see as far as snow totals. The longer that mix sticks around, the less snow we eventually see on the ground. Nonetheless, snow pushing back in as we head through the overnight hours. That low pressure system will be rotating and more snow on the back end. There will be some dry moments in between. We're going to be watching this track, though, because the further eastward this pushes through, the more snow we will get. And right now it looks like we'll see trace amounts for areas south and east of I-95. Inside of the city of Baltimore, I think we'll be somewhere near 3 to 6 inches of snow. And then, of course, those totals increase. Folks out north and west could pick up 12 to 18 inches. So it will be an interesting event nonetheless. We're looking at less than a tenth of an inch of ice being possible here, and wind chills for tomorrow being very, very frigid, feeling like the 20s through most of the day, barely getting into the mid-30s. We're drying out for the weekend, but still staying cold and warming back into the upper 40s as we head towards Monday and Tuesday. We'll be right back.
WMAR2 News is brought to you by First Financial Federal Credit Union.
Did you know you can shorten your cold with Cold-EEZE lozenges? Cold-EEZE can shorten your cold by 42%. It releases zinc ions that some scientists believe inhibit cold viruses from replicating. Try Cold-EEZE, the #1 best-selling zinc lozenge.
We all get one body, one beating heart, one functioning mind, and one precious opportunity to use them. If your quality of life has suffered because of medical negligence, you need help. You need Julia Arfa.
At Arfa Law Group, we specialize in medical malpractice, helping injured patients get what they deserve. If you're a victim of medical negligence, call us. We're ready to help.
Call the Arfa Law Group or visit arfalawgroup.com.
When I first heard about proton therapy, I was like, why didn't I know about this?
They take protons from atoms
and shoot them right at your tumor.
Zap!
It's a powerful dose of radiation,
but it targets the tumor itself.
So most healthy tissue and organs are spared.
The tumor, not so lucky.
The Maryland Proton Treatment Center is a leader in proton therapy for cancer and has treated more patients than anyone in the region. Learn more at askforprotons.com.
Ismail? David.
Over ground zero.
You can see just home after home.
Thank you. Thank you.
Did you know Good Housekeeping Magazine recommends that comforters be washed 3 times a year? Now's the time to take advantage of Laundry City's Comforter Cleaning Special. 2 comforters washed, dried, folded, and delivered back in 1 day for only $39.99. Laundry City continues to provide the most convenient and premier laundry service with pickup and delivery every day, everywhere in Maryland. And free shuttle rides available. Visit LaundryCity24.com for details. Laundry City, following the recommendation of Good Housekeeping Magazine.
Every morning at 4:30, you hear the cooks hop on the floor. It's hard times in the mill, my love, hard times in the mill. Every morning right at 6, don't that old bell ring?
Visit your Volvo retailer for special offers during our Holiday Safely sales event.
I'm Baltimore County Executive Johnny Olszewski, reminding you to be safe, to stay safe, to help slow the spread of COVID-19.
As a medical professional, I know firsthand the dangers of COVID-19 and how critical it is for all of us to do our part.
By wearing a face mask and maintaining social distancing, we can stop the spread of COVID-19 and get back to doing the things we love.
And keep ourselves and our neighbors safe. And keep our county open for business.
So remember,
be safe to stay safe.
All right, I brought in Ensure Max Protein to give you the protein you need with less of the sugar you don't. I'll take that.
30 grams of protein and 1 gram of sugar. Ensure Max Protein with nutrients to support immune health.
WMAR has your ultimate lineup for evening news. From 5 to 6:30, join Jamie and Kelly on WMAR2 News, followed by World News Tonight with David Muir. Then another WMAR2 newscast at 7, weekdays. Follow us on Twitter and see how WMAR2 News is working for you.
I was actually shocked. It was just unbelievable.
New tonight, they're working hard to take care of customers and families in need in the community. The big gift, helping a popular Baltimore restaurant do more good work. Coming up new tonight at 11 o'clock. All right, the Cramps, the kick, the win over the Browns.
We're still living that. We were just talking. It could go down as one of the greatest regular season games in Ravens history,
That's
right?
what they were saying.
And we watched it last night in Cleveland. I mean, Lamar goes into the locker room and he comes out not knowing that his backup, Trace McSorley, got hurt. And what does Lamar do on a 4th down play? He hits Hollywood. It's like a movie. I mean, it's like a script out of a movie. And there's Tucker. 55 yards in Cleveland for the win. It was a classic game, fit for the silver screen, but getting that motion picture made, could be an issue.
I mean, if you wrote a movie about this, people wouldn't believe it. They would say it could never happen. Reality is stranger than fiction, or whatever that saying is. That's kind of what it is here. I mean, it's crazy.
It was go time. It was just go time for us. And it's our time, I feel. Our team fought hard. Offense played great today. We where we want to be right now. We excelling right now.
He was so pumped up.
That is great. All right, the Ravens are back on the field Sunday when they host Jacksonville.
I think 1-12 Jacksonville.
Yeah,
but we don't want to get overconfident.
That's right.
One game at a time. All right, that's it for us. You can always get the latest online at WMAR2news.com.
All right, World News with Dave Muir is up next, and we'll see you back here at 7 o'clock.
Have a good night.
Magical technology, magical savings. Hyundai Holidays.
Now lease the 2020 Sonata for just $169 a month, or get 0% APR for 72 months. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
Here's to new holiday traditions, like Giant Pickup, where you can save time shopping from our same in-store selection with the same in-store prices. With Giant Pickup, spend more time with the people you love during the holidays.
Ho, ho, BOGO! Farm on me!
Buy one for them, get one for you. Toys from Disney, Marvel, Barbie, and more. Ring lights, gaming accessories, fragrances, electronics, watches, and jewelry from only $5.
Farm on me! Ho, ho, BOGO!
Buy one for them, get one for you. Family PJs, robes, slippers, scooters, gift wrap, outerwear, boots, and iconic athletic brands from up to 80% off. With department store prices.
Find it, love it, own it.
Farm on me!
After I was hit, the Snyder Law Group, they helped me through everything. Because of the work they did, I have a second lease on life. Take my word for it. Call 410 the firm.
Don't just sue them, Snyder them.
Are you ready to tone? Well, let's warm up those muscles.
Get your Chia in shape with Richard Simmons Chia Pet and your favorite painter, Bob Ross Chia Pet. Fantastic. Just spread the seeds, water, and watch it grow. And the Trolls Poppy Chia Pet. And don't forget the adorable Hedgehog and Llama Chia Pets.
Always make you happy.
Chia Pets, the gift that grows.
At Walgreens, Lowe's, CVS, and Walmart. Makes a great gift.
Notre Dame Preparatory School in Towson, the only all-girls Catholic independent school in Maryland to receive the prestigious 2020 National Blue Ribbon School of Excellence Award.
Rooted in tradition, contemporary in education.
NDP girls can do anything.
Transformation happens here.
Magical technology, magical savings. Hyundai Holidays.
Now lease the 2020 Tucson for just $169 a month, or get 0% APR for 72 months. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
Are you going to put it there? Come on.
Look, I know it's tough that we're not all together decorating this tree, but could you go one at a time? All right, where should I hang this?
From everyone at WMAR2 News, have a safe and Merry Christmas.